Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Now today I want us to talk about grief and the stages of grief, and we need to understand what is grief really. Grief is as a result of a loss, a sudden loss, a tragic loss, and sometimes you can undergo through grief even maybe after receiving news like you have a chronic illness. You can undergo stages of grief too. When you lose a loved one through death, through anything, someone missing, you can also undergo grief. So when you get a miscarriage, it is also a loss. You have lost someone who was so close to you, so you can also undergo grief even after a miscarriage. Now we have several stages of grief, and I want us to understand each and every step. So let's go. So the first stage is denial. Anytime you get some breaking news of loss, the first stage of grief begins with denial. Now in denial stage, you find people refusing to accept the reality. You're told that like someone is dead, or like you have cancer, you have HIV, and the first reaction will be like, no, that one cannot be possible. So that is where you start your grieving process, by denial. You deny to accept the news, you deny to accept the reality. So in that time, a person is in shock. You are in so much shock, you don't know whether to accept it or whether to refuse to accept the news. You are in shock, you can't say anything. And some people are in a denial stage. Some of them are silent, some of them cry, some of them might even laugh. You just laugh because you think it is a joke. So that is the first stage of grief. So the second stage of grieving process is anger. After you get the news, you become shocked, you refuse to accept, then you are in you get into anger, so much anger. Like you even ask, at this stage you even ask God, why did you have to take someone? Why did you have to let this happen? You are in so much anger. If the patient was maybe in the hospital, the one who has passed on was in the hospital, that is when you find relatives even almost beating up the doctors because they are in anger. They think that the cause of death was negligence by those doctors. So the second stage of grieving process is anger. You get into so much anger and you want to blame people. You want to blame the doctors, you want to blame yourself, you want to blame God for letting maybe the death happen, or maybe you blame God for letting you maybe have a certain chronic illness. So that is the second stage of grieving process. So the third stage of grieving process is called bargaining. At this bargaining stage, you get to like negotiate. You want to negotiate, like, if I had done this, maybe this could not have happened. If I had taken this medication, I couldn't have gotten cancer. If maybe we could have taken our beloved person in the hospital, or maybe we could have paid for his surgery or her surgery, she couldn't have died. Then at the same time, at this stage, you get to like give yourself some false hope. It is okay. It's like, it's okay, we didn't do that, he's gone. We will be strong. I'll be strong. I'll try to accept. I'll try to move on. I'll try to let the pain go away. So that is the third stage of the grieving process. The fourth stage of grieving process is depression. This is a very critical stage, and this is a stage where most of the people will stagnate before getting into reality that there is death really that has happened. Now at depression stage, you find so many people have very different reactions. Some might never eat, some might lock themselves in their rooms, some might they tell people, I want to be left alone, because you are almost getting into accepting that your loved one is gone. Some people will, most of the people will isolate themselves. They don't want to be together with their friends, they don't want to be near anyone, and now you're like, I have to accept this. I have to accept this reality. And this is a very critical stage, especially not especially when you're grieving. This is a stage where people need to leave you alone. When someone is just seated and you realize that all of a sudden they are crying by themselves, this is the stage where we as medic mostly we say, let that person be, let this person mourn, let them cry everything out, let them mourn, let them cry, shout, shout, and do everything, so that reality, it is a process of sinking the reality. And at this stage also, the person who is mourning will be like, my mom is gone and is gone forever. You are almost accepting, yeah, this person is gone, this person is gone forever, nothing can bring them back. Yeah, the death has really occurred, or this sickness is really here. This is why I have such symptoms. This is why I've been feeling this and this and this, and I have to take medication. You are not accepting. The last stage of grieving process is the acceptance stage. Yeah, acceptance now comes after you have passed all through these processes. Now at acceptance stage, you really accept the reality. You receive the news that, yeah, my beloved one is dead, they are really gone. Now what do I do? If it is a parent who has died, you start planning. Now I have to be a mom to my siblings, I have to be a dad to my siblings, I will be providing for them. Maybe I'm married, I have to take them to my own house so that I can take care of them. That is the acceptance stage. Now at this point, even if you go and approach this person who is grieving and telling them, I'm sorry for the loss of your mom, they will be like, it's okay, it was God's plan. After all, she had fought a good fight, she has rested, she's at peace. Yeah, you have accepted. And if it is a chronic illness, this person is like, oh, I even saw mama so and so, she's also a cancer patient, she has been coping with it, she has been going for radiotherapy, so I will also start my radiotherapy. And also at this stage, you start, you see people joining some groups. They even try to reach out to people who have also undergone such a loss or such a chronic illness. Maybe you want to watch news about the chronic illness, you want to hear more about whatever you have gone through also. That is the acceptance stage. Now, all these stages have different timings to different people. So not everyone who can take like a day to undergo all those 5 stages of grief. And that is why you find a lot of people, some people might be mourning someone who died like 2 years ago, because they are still undergoing their 5 stages of grief. And it is best for the society to know and to understand it. That is why I'm doing this video, so that the society, people out here, can be able to understand that there are stages of grief. So if you see me reacting this way, at least you understand I'm at this stage of grief, and you will give me enough time so that I can be able to pass through the 5 stages of grief successfully, and you will be able to accept me. So by understanding these 5 stages, you will be able to accept me in the society, around my workplace. When I come behaving in a certain manner, you'll be able to accept me. You'll be able to entertain me, because you understand well that I'm at this certain stage of grieving. And you will give me time. You will allow me to be me until I'm done with the 5 stages of grief. So we all need to understand all these stages. We need to educate each other, so that we may also be able to know how to manage people who behave differently, because not everyone will cry, not everyone will take it positively. Some might be in denial for even 3 years or even 5 years. That is why you see some people maybe who lost a husband or a wife are even going for 10 years without getting married again, because they are still in denial. They still think that they are married to this dead person. So people will undergo these stages at different timings. So let us all understand about the grief.